Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll share with you a recipe for an easy flatbread that is vegan, paleo, and keto friendly. I'll actually share with you not just one, but two different recipes. Let's jump right in. The main ingredient in this flatbread is almond flour or coconut flour. You can use either or. Tana and I will talk about the difference in terms of flavor and texture at the end of this video. Add the flour into a bowl together with some psyllium husk, baking powder, and salt. Stir all the dry ingredients until well combined. If you have never heard of psyllium, it's a form of soluble fiber that provides not only elasticity but also binding. It works a bit like gluten in traditional baking. Add a tiny bit of olive oil for moisture, warm water, and mix. Start by using a wooden spoon or a spatula to combine the wet and dry ingredients, and then use your hands to knead the dough for about 1 minute. The dough should be moist and soft, becoming drier as you go. If the dough is too sticky, add more psyllium. The dough will always be a bit moist, but it shouldn't stick to your hands at all. It must come together as a soft, elastic dough. Set the dough aside for about 10 minutes and then cut it into 4 even pieces. Place one of the pieces between 2 pieces of parchment paper and then flatten it out with the palm of your hand. You can either roll out the dough using a rolling pin or use a tortilla press. The beauty of this recipe is that you can either make the flatbread thin like a tortilla or thick like naan bread. Now, if this is your first time making this recipe, I would recommend that you roll out the dough a bit thicker and smaller, no more than 8 inches in diameter. The thicker and smaller the dough, the easier it is to handle. To make a perfectly round flatbread, place a plate on top of the roll-out dough and cut around it. Keep the outside dough for an extra flatbread. Cook the flatbread on a well-seasoned cast iron or a non-stick pan over medium heat. I'm purposely saying well-seasoned because if you use a brand new cast iron pan or a stainless steel pan, the dough will stick to the pan. Cook the flatbread for about 2 minutes on the first side, then flip it over and cook it for 1 more minute on the other side. You can enjoy this flatbread hot as a side dish or cold as a wrap later.
We've got 2 types of flatbread here. One is made with coconut flour and the other one with almond flour. And they both vary in thickness. So I made some of the flatbread into more like a tortilla and some of the flatbread into more like naan. Which one do you prefer?
In this application, with a savory dish by its side, I would prefer the almond flour. It's got slightly saltier taste, which makes me feel like it wouldn't go as well with, say, like dessert, maybe. The flour is a little bit coarser, so you feel like you're eating something heavier. So if I'm eating a savory dish, that's probably what I would go for, would be the almond flour. And the coconut flour version here is, I picture putting some bananas and Nutella in here, and it would go perfectly well together because it's got a light, slightly sweet, soft taste and texture to it. So Bananas and Nutella would go really well with this. Not to say that it doesn't go well with the curry. I've tried it with the curry. It's doing its job. However, I feel like the almond flour version is better for savory dishes. So,
Yes.
dessert and supper.
I would agree. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.